Ben Brown, Evolution Martial Arts in Sparks, Nevada with my buddy Steven. Good to see you again.
You too.
Been missing you, buddy.
Yeah, been busy.
We're doing top control and attack, so pinning. There's only 5 kinds of pins, you guys, and I'm gonna go through them real quick. There's side pins, there's knee on belly, there's north-south, there's mount, and there's the back. Every pin falls into one of those categories. Some of them sort of skirt the line between the two. So we've been doing side pins and moving from pin to pin. So in pinning, there's two main skills, in my opinion, and a questionable third. One is keep a pin. So can you get to a pin and keep it? It's hard to keep a pin. It would be very hard for me to keep a pin on you because your fundamentals are really good and you're bigger and stronger than me, right? Even though I've been doing this longer, but you can negate all that with some good technique. It's hard to pin you. I feel like, I always think of like the bull ride, 8 seconds. If I can pin you for 8 seconds, that's a good thing, right? But as soon as you start escaping my pin, I should transition to another pin. That's what we've been working on, and I had a whole video, it was a long video. I'm gonna try to keep this one shorter. So, the pin that we're gonna work on today, I call it a Kimura Side Pin, because I don't know what else to call it, right? Essentially, it's when they've turned away from you and you're behind them here like this. Really what I wanna do is put my sternum on the back of his shoulder right here. I'm pinning him with my chest. Now when we're pinning, we can either focus on the shoulder line or the hip line. I can focus on the shoulder line and monitor the hip line, but I cannot effectively pin both things, right? It's one or the other. So like from here, I could be on his hips like this. I'm pinning your hips and I'm monitoring your shoulders. But I'm a big fan of being right here.
That's way more pressure.
Yeah, this is, and look, I'm on my toes. This is key. I like how you got your toes on the mat too. That's a good habit. That's why you're getting so good at this. But anyways, yeah, if you're on bottom, monitor your feet. Because if you've got flipper feet, you can't move your hips now. You have no drive. So get your toes in the, yeah, this makes my job a lot harder, right? So if I'm on my knees, some of this free gravity energy, I'm gonna need everything I got if I'm gonna try to pin you, right? Younger, stronger, faster, bigger, and better looking. He's got all of it. The only thing I got is I've been doing this longer. Okay, so I'm here. There's a few ways you can, if I don't have this inside space, I don't have his hips. So this inside space is essentially keeping his hips from going away. Look, I can be here, cover his watch, cover my watch, classic Kimura grip. I'm a fan of going around the head. So this would be just a regular seatbelt, but now he's got both hands. I'm a fan of capturing this top arm, cover his watch, cover my watch, bring it in. You were mentioning the mirror grip. This is super effective here too. Both palms on his forearm. It's essentially the same thing. It's called a mirror grip after Frank Mir. So I'm pinning like this and I'm putting a lot of pressure in. What I see new people do is you get kind of over the top here. And like Steven can roll me from here. Yeah, he's starting to move me, right? So I gotta keep my weight back, and then press in. Back, and then press in, right? There's a couple places I can go to from here, but I just wanna show how to get to this pin. There's a few ways, common ways. One is, instead of turning into me to recover guard, Steven turns away. So if you were to turn away, right, this is how it happens. Now, the biggest fight is for this space. I gotta take it before he jams that in there and takes it away, right? So let's do it again. So, it can come from a frame.
Right.
Like he frames and he starts turning away from me. And then, boom, we're having this fight right here, and I'm trying to get to this place. What I love about this, I can break contact. The key is he's gonna be trying to turn into me. I gotta stay behind the shoulder, behind the elbow. I can even be pressing on the head this way. This is like law enforcement. I teach self-defense to fire and EMS. This is a great place because I can scan my environment. If somebody else is coming, I can break contact if I want to. For being on the street, in a street situation, whether it's professionally or not, I think this is the best pin there is. This is great right here. Actually, I'm gonna show you a version of this in the next video that I think might be a little better. So that's one way. Another way we practiced in class today, he frames. I go to knee on belly, see previous video. Instead of turning into me, he turns away. Here I am. I sink right down. Now, this is another thing I saw new people doing. Perpendicular spines. Am I controlling his shoulder line?
No.
No. Perpendicular.
There you go.
Like a T position.
That's
Okay?
way more on me,
A
too.
lot more pressure here. Okay? Say he starts getting away from me. Somehow, I go to a different pin. I don't try to hold on to the thing that I'm losing. Okay? I go to a different pin. That's the other skill. Holding a pin. Second skill is flowing from one pin to another. Right? That's what we're working on. Once you can hold a pin for a little while, then what?
Isolate.
Isolate a limb or the neck and attack it. What if I've isolated? So let's go back to our Kimura Side Pin. Because the best, look, his arm is isolated. So if I'm here, the best attack from here, or one of the most common, is a Kimura. But let's say I start losing you here. I abandon the attack and I go back to a pin. And I flow from pin to pin to pin. I think of it as having a team, like a basketball team. And right now, only one, let's say a tag team wrestling team, right? But I got like 10 people on my bench, all against you. So as soon as one of my guys fails, my side control pin fails, I tag in knee on belly pin and then turn away. That pin fails and I tag in Kimura Side Pin, right? And I could go to back pin from here. I could try to go to mount pin from here. But it's pin to pin to pin, and I'm maintaining control the whole time. You got anything else?
No, no.
Okay, for now that's it.